Hey, have you been living in your Denver suburban home anywhere from, say, 10 to 40 years, and you're thinking about making a move, but you're realizing that you're not just selling real estate, you're uprooting a life that you've come to love. But maybe you want to move into a patio home community for a little more maintenance-free living, or you need to be closer to UC health facilities than you are now, or you just want to chase those grandbabies up north. But the moment you start looking at your basement, gridlock sets in, and you're torn between the home you love and the future you need. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 real-life stories from my clients who face this exact crisis. Different ages and situations prompted their move, but each one had to make big decisions or face getting stuck. And I'll share with you the exact steps you can take to avoid getting stuck yourself. And if you stick around till the end, I'm going to share with you my exact right-sizing blueprint. I use it with my local clients here in the Denver area to clear the mental and physical clutter before you even know your next zip code. Let's talk about a client of mine. She's 40 years old and she's only been in her home in the Denver metro area for about 10 years. And on paper you think, 10 years? That isn't that long. Moving should be a breeze. But the reality? In just a decade, she's managed to accumulate a massive mountain of stuff. We moved her from a condo and poof, just like George Carlin used to say, her stuff expanded to fit her new home, which included a full basement and a 2-car garage with a loft for extra storage. And we know how hard it is to resist those empty spaces. Well, she has come to the point where she feels she needs to leave Colorado and head back east to be closer to family. But when she started looking at the actual logistics of moving everything, reality hit hard. The sheer cost of cross-country moving right now is astronomical. And combine that with the fact that she doesn't even know what type of home or neighborhood she's going to end up with back east. And suddenly, her stuff could become a physical anchor keeping her stuck if she lets it. Sometimes this is where the gridlock happens. You want to make a proactive move for yourself, for your family, for your future, but you're caught in this stressful limbo as well. You can't justify paying thousands of dollars to pack and ship items that might not even fit the home or match the vibe of a home that you haven't even found yet. So here's some proactive steps you can take. First, take a deep breath and ask yourself, not do I need this or want this item, but ask yourself, is this item worth the $5 or $10 per pound it will cost to ship across the state line? Or is it easily replaceable back east? So if you were to sell and donate it here in Denver, and then find out you really could use it in your new place. Then there's the blank canvas strategy. When you don't know what your next home really looks like, you have to pack for you and not for a specific place or floor plan. So focus on purging the non-essentials first, like seasonal gear, winter gear for Colorado if you're moving to Florida. How many coats do you need? Kitchen gadgets. Again, how many spatulas do we need to pack up? Or that extra big furniture that takes up your living room now, but may or may not fit in your new place. Just think of this as your opportunity to create and move a lean, curated version of your life. I recently worked with a 70-year-old client who flat out refused to declutter. Why? Well, because she didn't really know where she was going yet. So in her mind, she was like, well, how can I decide what to keep and what to get rid of when I don't know how big the next kitchen is or if I'll even have a basement in my new home? And it's that classic chicken and egg problem. You can't shop for a home because your current one isn't really ready to be on the market, but you can't get your house ready because you don't quite know what it is you're buying. Now, this creates a real feeling of being stalled in your plans. But here's some things you can do. You can apply the 3-category rule because this won't be dependent upon the type of house you're going to buy or even its layout. Here, you don't pack for a specific house, you pack for your lifestyle. So group things, the absolute keeps, like family heirlooms, the absolute trash or donate, and then the maybe category. Then give yourself a rule. We've all heard about the one about the clothes in our closet, right? If you haven't worn it in a year, get rid of it or donate it, sell it. But you could say if an item hasn't been touched since the Broncos won their last Super Bowl, it doesn't get to hitch a ride with you to your next place. And you can start with non-layout dependent zones, things like the linen closet, the junk drawer, to build momentum, or that box in the basement that you haven't touched since you moved in. Hey, I'm curious, what room or space are you finding challenging when it comes to getting rid of items? Leave a comment down below. I read each and every one and would love to hear what's stopping you from moving forward. And then there's the client of mine who was in her 60s and did everything right. She rigorously decluttered her suburban Denver home. She was getting packed and ready to move to her dream destination, and then the real world hit. Between soaring national housing costs and astronomical homeowners insurance hikes for that location, her dream destination became financially impossible for the long haul. Imagine doing all that emotional and physical work only to find out your destination budget doesn't align with reality. It's devastating, and it makes people want to give up entirely. But here's some things you can do. Run a stress test budget before you even tape a single box. You need the exact net sheet of what your Denver home will net, matched against the true cost of living in your new destination. Localized insurance risk for, say, hurricanes or hail, depending upon where you're going. And then also consider right-sizing alternatives in your new destination. Like instead of a house, how about a condo or townhome? Instead of close to the ocean, maybe a 30-minute drive inland like my ex-mother-in-law did to get a better deal, while still being able to easily get to the beach whenever you want. And the same can be said if you're staying here in Colorado. If a massive move is too costly, look at local right-sizing alternatives. Moving from, say, a high-maintenance property into a low-maintenance patio home or townhome in Littleton or Highlands Ranch can give you the easier lifestyle, healthcare proximity that you need, and allow the benefit of not taking care of a large property. So there you have it. Some examples of the challenges I've seen people face here in the Denver metro area. 3 completely different situations, different ages, and different reasons for the move, but the same gridlock, the stuff, the unknown, the budget. Whatever's keeping you stuck right now, it's solvable. It just takes the right plan for where you're at today and not somebody else's timeline. Hi, if we haven't met, my name's Peggy Dursthoff with Live Denver Suburbs, powered by HomeSmart. And I've helped homeowners through every one of these situations right here in the Denver metro area, so they can move without pressure and without regret. Now, if you're trying to figure out how to navigate the Denver market, like how much your home might actually be worth in today's shifting landscape, or where you should even look next, I want to help. In the description below, I've linked my free guide, 10 Smart Moves for Your Next Chapter. It walks you through the decisions sellers and buyers are facing right now in this market. Just click the link below for your free copy so you can move forward with a plan instead of guesswork. I hope you find it helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.